Good evening, everybody. I had the privilege a few months ago to meet an exceptional woman. I've heard a lot about her, even in Morocco. and it is true that it is an exceptional woman. She has a long and distinguished record as an HIV warrior, working tirelessly to stop the spread of the epidemic in her country, the United States, but around the world too. Since her election in the American Congress, more than 10 years now, she has played a leading role in the development of every major HIV bill in her country, and sought to build support for efforts to combat the diseases. She has worked to eliminate the abstinence provisions as a requirement for countries who receive US money. She was the co-author of the landmark legislation that created the Global Fund in 2003. This law has established 15 billion global dollars for Global AIDS Initiative. At that time, it was the largest financial commitments of any nation in the history of the response to the epidemic. More recently, in 2008, she was a co-author of the PEPFAR's legislation that renewed the Global AIDS Program, American AIDS Program, and you probably know that the new program includes very interesting language on MSM, and it was thanks to her. I will finish that she has worked to lift the ban prohibiting HIV positive people from traveling to the United States. She has attended several AIDS conferences, and we are very happy to see her here. As a community of MSM, we are really grateful to her and to her work making money and resources available for our developing countries to put in place MSM programs. As a community of people living with HIV, we are grateful to her for her involvement to make access to treatment available in our developing countries, to permit to HIV-positive people to enter the United States and to end this terrible and unjustified injustice. And as a member of the steering group of the Global MSM Forum and the co-chair of the MSM GAF, I'm grateful to her for her support to our organization since its creation, to her support to our organizations, as maybe many of you know that our offices are now in her city in Auckland. So please welcome Congresswoman Barbara Lee.
Good afternoon. Let me thank Mr. Maluk. Where are you? Thank you so much for that warm and gracious introduction, and just thank you again for coming to my city of Oakland, California earlier this year. We had a chance to meet, and I'm so pleased that the Global Forum on MSM and HIV is located in my district. I also just want to thank George Ayala and Krista and all of you who have helped put together this very, very important conference. As I mentioned earlier, I'm really pleased that the Global Forum selected Oakland as the site of its official headquarters. So I'm proud to call all of you my constituents. It's truly an honor. It's truly an honor to be your representative in Congress. I know that you've had a full day, so I will try to keep my remarks brief. This panel has been very clear about where do we go from here, or where we must go from here. It's really been very inspiring to listen to all of you. And I want to commend all of you, and I want to thank you and commend all of you for waging the fight on the front lines in this struggle for justice, because that is what it is. As the only member of Congress now who's attended the last 6 International AIDS Conference, I've had a very unique perspective on how United States policy has evolved to combat this global epidemic, both from the standpoint of our global and our domestic HIV/AIDS programs, and what's working and what is not working. As all of you know, the global response to HIV and AIDS has really undergone a dramatic revolution since we gathered together. Some of you were there probably in Durban, South Africa at the beginning of this decade. The theme of the Durban conference was, let's break the silence. Let's break the silence. From the launch of the Global Fund to the establishment of PEPFAR, to the repeal of the HIV/AIDS travel ban and immigration ban, the United States has helped lead the way in the global fight against this pandemic. Despite these successes,